What's up everyone, it's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and today I'm going to be doing a reaction review to the new Clone Wars trailer that just got released. Again guys, I am recovering from a terrible case of strep throat, so I apologize for my voice, but without further ado, let's go check out this trailer. Alright everyone, so I have the trailer pulled up, let's check this out, and I'm going to try not to talk too much, but I don't want my channel getting flagged, so if I'm talking a little too much, I apologize. I'm going to try to talk the bare minimum. Alright, let's see.
Soon, the galaxy will be remade.
Ah! Bo-Katan! Oh my god! Oh, I was just watching that episode of Rebels.
And the Republic
Oh, my heart.
will die. I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi. Great care we must take.
Why would anyone walk away from being a Jedi?
Oh, you only knew.
We were trained to be keepers of the peace,
Oh,
not soldiers.
We clones have mixed feelings about the war.
R.I.P.
Without it, we wouldn't exist.
I love the clones.
Part of the plan. The plan. Everything is about to change.
Ah, the feels. Aw.
Every choice made has led to this.
That looks so cool. It's so cool on the table. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's do that again. Okay, so we got Bo-Katan. For those of you that don't know, if you didn't watch the Clone Wars, if you didn't watch Rebels, so this is Satine's sister. She's from Mandalore. She's seen as the rightful ruler of Mandalore because for those of you that didn't, I mean, I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you watched the Clone Wars, or if you didn't and you just like Star Wars and you're looking forward to this, you should watch it. They're awesome, and Satine was a great character. It told you a bit more about Kenobi's backstory and how he almost left the Jedi Order for Satine, which I think is actually a callback to when Ewan McGregor, the actor, did Moulin Rouge, because the girl's name in that is Satine as well. But so this is her sister. She is seen as the rightful ruler of Mandalore, and they really like to touch on that in Star Wars Rebels. And if you haven't seen Rebels, it's okay. It's not as good as the Clone Wars, but she is a character that you do get to see in Rebels, so it's going to be interesting to see her. One of the things that's so great about the Clone Wars is even though we know what's going to happen, it's the journey that gets there, and I love the clones. I've talked so many times about Fives. Oh, that episode, the writing is so good. It gets you in the feels, and that's why I can't highly recommend the Clone Wars enough. It's such a good show. You need to watch it, and I have high hopes for this because these are episodes, to my knowledge, that had already been not completed, but like a certain level done, and they were kind of already mapped out before Disney decided to purchase Lucasfilm. So I have faith. I have faith in the Clone Wars. It's the only thing that I'm, you know, really looking forward to. The Mandalorian got me with Baby Yoda. I don't like, and I know it's not going to be a popular opinion, but I'm not a fan of the Mandalorian. I love Baby Yoda though, and Die Hard of the Clone Wars. Fives, Rex, Echo. Oh, my heart. And oh, that line that's in here that's like, we're clones, so I have mixed feelings about the Clone Wars because without it, we wouldn't exist. And it's like, And then if you read the Expanded Universe novels, you'll know how much clones are persecuted for being clones. And it's like, oh. All the fills. My goodness. This, just all. Why would you leave? Why would anyone abandon the Jedi? If you've watched this episode, you know the feels. It's been years since I watched this episode, and it's bringing tears to my eyes. But I mean, it could be because I'm sick or recovering from being sick. It's like a never-ending plague. I never get better. I just continue to be at this void of sickness, which just sucks. But, you want to see an episode that gets you in the feels? This is the episode. I have seen so many gifs of this, and it's like you always send it when it's like, my heart, it's breaking. This is how you know when people watch the Clone Wars. It's like you can describe the Titanic and, you know, Jack freezing and not getting on the door. This gets me in the feels more than that. This is my Titanic scene. It's like, Ahsoka, don't leave. It's not your fault. You were framed. And then Anakin is like, if she didn't leave, maybe she could have saved him. And it's like, the feels. Oh, my voice is cracking. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this. She looks so beautiful. This is such a great design. I love her new headband. Ahsoka. Ahsoka. And then Anakin. Oh, Anakin, I'm so sorry. It's not your fault, dude. You were manipulated. I did. The feels. I'm sorry. There's just sound effects, but it's easier to make sound effects than to talk. Oh my goodness. Just everything about this. I'm gonna watch the shit out of this. It's gonna be so good. And it's like, we know what's gonna happen, but we're all still gonna get the feels when we see the stuff that happens with the thing and the thing and the thing, with the thing, with the people and the thing. This is the only thing from Disney Star Wars that I'm looking forward to, and that's because this was a show that was great in, you know, its original runtime and air date and all that was written by people that are actually good at writing. And like every episode, the more you watched it, the better that it got, and just the depth behind everything. And so that's why when I watch something like Star Wars Resistance, they're like, oh, Anna, stop being so crucial of it. It's for kids. And it's like, what more do you get? This came on. This is for kids. You go watch the original Clone Wars. You cannot use the excuse of it's for kids as an excuse, because that does not fly with the Clone Wars. The show was fantastic. It had character development. It had depth. It had drama. It had the gut-wrenching feels when the thing happens with the thing and the certain characters, and you find out about the thing, and it's gonna be good. Well, as you guys can tell, I really liked that trailer. I mean, it's one of those things where it's been a really long time since I saw something I would consider good, especially coming out of Star Wars. But something like the Clone Wars, that's so near and dear and to my heart. And I mean, it reminds me of a time when I was more optimistic about things, and when I actually got to see the greatness that Anakin Skywalker could amount to, and I got to see good writing, I got to get introduced to these new amazing characters. I got to see each clone for who they were as individuals, and at first I wasn't the biggest fan of the Clone Wars TV show. I thought Yoda was a bit goofy and the clones were a bit annoying, but then you grow with these characters, which happens in TV shows. You see them from season 1, episode 1, all the way to the end. And for those, I've I talk about it plenty of times, but, one of my favorite characters on the show is Fives. Obviously, he's not going to be in this season because of the thing that happened and the thing with the thing with the thing. And, that's one of my favorite episodes in the Clone Wars, and I'll never forget watching that and just being like, completely mind blown. And it's like I said earlier, the excuse that this is a show for kids, that excuse gets thrown out the window with a TV show like The Clone Wars. So if you haven't seen it yet, if you're hesitant about it because it's a cartoon, it is absolutely fantastic. The writing is phenomenal. I cannot recommend this show more. You get to learn so much about this time period before Palpatine took over, before Execute Order 66, and you get to learn about all these different Jedis and all these missions and all these different planets and characters and everything that was going on before Palpatine, took over, before he revealed himself as Darth Sidious and turned Anakin over to the dark side. And there's just so much depth and dimension that's there. And, you can look at the films and look at the planets, and yes, we have Tatooine, yes, we have Endor, yes, we have Coruscant, yes, we have Naboo, yes, we can go to all of these different planets, but you get to explore so much more within the Clone Wars. And while it's already kind of lined up and laid out what this season is going to be about, it's going to be pretty satisfying to finally get that closure, because for anyone that was like me that watched this show years and years ago, we didn't get that. It kind of just ended, and even though we knew what was going to happen because of course we have Revenge of the Sith, it's going to be so nice to get that closure and to actually get to see it and to see these certain things happen and get played out. So I'm optimistic for this show, which I am happy I finally get to talk about Star Wars in a positive light, and not just, when I'm doing a live stream talking about the expanded universe or about the original trilogy or even about certain aspects of the prequels, but this is something new that's coming out from Disney, even though that it was laid out basically before from Lucasfilm when George actually owned it. But I'm optimistic, and I'm hopeful, and I'm happy to finally be able to say that about Star Wars. So everyone, let me know what you thought in the comments down below. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's okay too. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click that little bell. That way you get notifications when I do other videos and live streams. It'll really help me out and my content, because YouTube is making a lot of changes, and it's making it better for big corporations to get their stuff seen on here as compared to just individual content creators. So any little bit helps. Any like, any comment, any share, it really helps me out. It also helps out other small independent creators. So thank you everyone, and until next time, may the Force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye everyone.